Hey guys, this is Maliha from the site Blogger, and today I have a sort of quick Canva tutorial. And today's going to be really exciting because this is an app that I just found and it's pretty cool. Let me show you what it does. It creates frames, custom frames for you, and I'm going to show you in a second how to do that. But first, let's create a new design. And just a quick note, the Create a Design button has moved. It used to be on the top right corner, right next to your profile photo, but now the Create a Design button has moved to the left panel, right over here. If you follow my cursor, the yellow blob right here. The functionalities are exactly the same, only the button has moved to a different spot. Anyway, so let's create an Instagram post, a square post, just because it's a easy size to work with for these tutorials. Anyway, so the app that we're going to use today, it can create custom frames for you. Now, if you forgot, frames are basically just that, frames. You can snap images to frames, for example. So we already have some frames, custom-made frames available under Elements. If you scroll down, you will see frames. If you click See All, you'll see all kinds of frames. So these are all the frames that are available in Canva library. You can't really change these frames, you just have to use them as is. So for example, if I want to change this frame, I will click it and it will be added to your design. And then you can go and add an image to it, for example, like this. So that's a frame. And like I said, aside from manipulating the size of the frame, you can't really do anything else with them. You cannot customize these frames or the shape of the frames. You just have to pick one that's already available in Canva's frames library. There are a lot of different types of frames, so that's cool, but it's just that if you want to make slight changes, that's not possible with these pre-made frames. So now let's get rid of it. And I want to show you an app that allows you to manipulate certain frames. So let's go to Apps and start typing Frame Maker. So Frame Maker is the name of the app. So if you click it, the first one is Frame Maker. Click that. And it will be added to your left panel. And here's the thing. Unfortunately, at the time of making this video, we don't have a lot of options available. So even though you can customize them, and I'm going to show you in a second how, you have to have a starting point. So as you can see below, where it says Shapes, if you click See All, it gives you all the starting points of these shapes. So these are the shapes that you start with. As you can see, they're very angly. Angles, triangle, some kind of rectangle, squares or whatever, arrows and whatnot. I'm not seeing any round shapes, unfortunately, but still, it's a starting point, and I'm hoping that eventually they will add more. I don't know if they will or not, but I'm just hoping, that maybe they will. But anyway, so let's pick any of these frames to start with. So let's pick this one. And when you click a shape, it adds to this top grid. I don't know if you can see it, but there are grids behind this frame. What you can do is, as you can see, there are 4 corners, right? This one, this one, this one, and this one, the yellow blob, if you follow that. Now you can click one of those corners with your mouse, hold it, and then drag it to change the shape of the frame. So you have some, flexibility of how the frame should look. Now, what it's doing, it's snapping these corners to a grid. So you can click any of these corners, move them around, and they snap to a grid. Now it says grid snapping is turned on. If you turn it off, it takes away the grid and you can kind of move it around however you want. So those are two options available. So if you toggle it, if it's on, it's a grid and it snaps to the grid. Without it, you can move it freely. Now, if the grid snapping is turned on, you can do a couple of things. You can actually change how many grids you want. So if you want there to be really large grids, then it will snap to, it will just move more distance whenever you move any of these corners. Like so. If you have a lot of grid columns, then you'll have more freedom as to how far they will go. So personally, I find when I was playing around with it earlier, I found that I like it better without grid snapping. I'm assuming that maybe for some designers, the grid snapping will be more useful if they want precision sizing for something, for some project. But if that's not the case, then I found it to be easier to just turn off grid snapping and just kind of freely move things around and kind of eyeball it, you know? And you can do another cool thing. You can remove a point. So if you click remove a point, as you can see, the corners become red cross signs. So whenever you click one of the corners, it will be removed. So if you click this one, for example, the bottom right corner, if you click it, boom, it's gone. And when it's done, click done, and now you have a triangle and you can move it around. Once again, do play around with it. And when you like the shape of that frame, click add to design button right here, and it will be added to your design. And then you can, add an image to it. Let's do something else. All of those images are not fit for a triangular shape. But anyway, you get the picture. You get the idea. So this is how it works. So like I said, there are not a whole lot of options available, but it's still kind of nice to be able to, customize the shapes with the Frame Maker app, as opposed to, using Canva's built-in frames that you cannot change at all. So even though this is not as flexible as you might like, it's still more flexible than the options that you had before. So anyway, it's kind of fun. I'm not sure how useful they will be at this point. Depends on the kind of designs you create, but it's there. If you want to play around with it, feel free to do so. And once again, the name of the app is Frame Maker. And if you don't, you're gonna have to go to the apps tab right here and then search for Frame Maker, and then you'll find it there. And that's it. That's today's tutorial, and hope you will enjoy this new app. And I will see you with a different video sometime soon. Bye.